Shut up, Gordon, you little bitch. When I was a kid, not when I was a kid, now, I remember looking back at like things that really scared you. Do you ever like a thing from when you were young and you saw an episode of something or this or that and you just...
Goosebumps?
Get a specific episode? Do you have a specific episode of Goosebumps that just scared the shit out of you?
The one with the doll?
Yeah.
It was
I remember that.
like a ventriloquist doll.
Do you know what mine was?
It was creepy as hell.
It was an episode of Johnny Quest. Do you remember that?
I've
never
Johnny
watched
Bravo.
it.
Do you remember Johnny Quest?
I know what it is, but I never watched it. I think you were watching Boomerang or something.
Maybe. And it wasn't a scary show. It was like they just going on general adventures. But one of them was like they were in a house that was quite possibly haunted, and every night at the same time, the ghost of a woman who threw herself off a cliff years ago would come back. The ghost would do it, reenact it every night, and I was just so scared. It was just so scary to me. And she would scream as she plunged off the cliff down into the...
It's so weird. Like,
and it was a children's show.
Did you ever watch Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah.
Because that had some terrifying shit.
It's the bad CGI that's scary.
Yeah. Do you ever... the one that specifically I remember is... He's in a house or something. Is it the wee girl playing the violin or something?
No, that's not the one I was talking about.
And she... Oh, are you talking about the ghost man maybe?
It's Imhotep.
Is this... He's like an Egyptian ghost or something?
Yeah.
I know the one you're talking about. No,
And
the one I'm talking about is... He's in a house and he's looking at room doors or something, and he opens it up and it's a wee girl playing a violin like facing away from him. He's like, oh, that's fine, and it turns around and it's this big scary face.
Yeah.
And
oh my God.
It's one of these things as well. It's like it wasn't that scary to watch, but then you would go to bed at night and you'd be like, it's that kind of... The only way I can describe it is it's that weird, awkward like animation stuff that makes you, if you were eating food, it would make you feel a bit sick whilst you were eating. That's the only way I can describe how I felt about that show.
Yeah. I just thought of one that scared me more than the Johnny Quest thing. It was a video we had, in a mean video, and it was half a Disney video for kids and half a bit of a promotion for Disneyland, and they had different parts of it, and one of them was like
Tower of Terror?
I don't think that was the title of the thing, but they had a section that was the haunted house. The original Disneyland had the haunted house, and there's kind of ghosts and ghouls dancing about, and just one of them in particular scared me a lot. We can get a picture of the guy up, can't we? Yeah. But he scared me big time.
It's funny how like stuff like that, because just talking about just that one specific thing, I remember that again. I've got this kind of thing for like old books and old what's it called, like see like pictures in books, see kind of that old stuff like that, and old animation. It kind of it makes me feel a bit sick, right? And I always remember when I was wee, it was like English at like primary school or something, or whatever it was called, language.
It was called primary school.
Nah. And it was this book, and it had this picture of this like ogre thing, right?
Yeah.
And I remember when I had to read it. So you know how you would read a sentence out loud or something at school?
What, like the whole class was doing it and everybody read it?
Yeah. Okay. And I had to sit like a bit of paper over the picture when we got to the page, and I was always prepared because it absolutely terrified me.
Oh God!
And it was just like like a picture of like a big thing, and it was just, I don't know what it was, but it just got to me.
And there's no way you could have said.
No, I'm not going to be like in school, like, I'm really scared of this.
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
you couldn't have done that because of the people. You would have got ripped to shreds.
And like, why is Gordon over there? Because we got paper. Like,
imagine the primary school teacher calling you a little pussy. That would be so funny. Shut up, Gordon, you little bitch.
But yeah, no, like I remember like stuff like that, and it was just like, I don't know what it is, just something specific. It wasn't really scary, but it just kind of creeped me out. I think it was the content of that story as well. It was, I don't know if you've ever read it. I think it was a reasonably famous book, and one of the stories was like, I don't know exactly, a guy lived in a house up atop of a mountain or something, and at the end of the story he came down on like a sledge, and his heart had been replaced with a clock or something. And just like I don't know what it was, but the whole content of that book just creeped me out.